Hello and welcome. This is PappaZappa. We're back with Modern Warfare 2 campaign on veteran difficulty on the Xbox 360. Today we are going through level 7 of the campaign. We're in Act 2 now. The last mission was also technically Act 2. Session, so I didn't really get a chance to see it.
All lines are busy at the moment. Please hang up and try your call again later.
I can't get anyone on the home.
War has been brought to the shores of the United States.
Troops already stretched to the breaking point, scattered all over the world.
The Russians must have copied the ACS module. Got the key to every lock in America.
And they're killing 1,000 Americans for every dead civilian in Moscow. Looks like we're all out of friends.
I know a guy. Let's find a payphone, if they still exist.
All we got out of Rojas is that the only guy Makarov hates worse than Americans is locked up in a gulag.
That's all we've got. If this con's the bait to catch that psychopath, let's hang him from a tree.
Alright, hooray.
Sir,
This level can be pretty difficult as well. They don't start you with the best weapons, really. Like UMP with an ACOG is in G18. It's a little rough, honestly, but we'll do what we can. Nice set piece there. You know, I actually never go around this right side, so I always go straight. Yeah, if you can find a better weapon, by any means. Like occasionally, if one of your homies gets killed, they drop an M16. That's kind of useful. Careful of that truck they just got. And then pay attention to people on the ground as well, because you never know if they're actually down or not. What's happening. You know, that's one thing that I think was actually kind of bad about Modern Warfare 2 in retrospect. I didn't really care for the death streaks. Certainly not Marginov. Certainly not like Final Strand or Final Stand. Copycat was just kind of shit. Unless you're really good level. So you take better than what you're using. And then Painkiller, like, oh yeah, Painkiller was the classic. That one sucked because like they did get rid of Juggernog or Juggernaut. And they replaced it with that death streak. And like, I guess if the player's doing bad enough, it does help to have the death streak. And you want to give them some incentive for bad players to try and come back against people who are good. Because it's, I mean, if you played Modern Warfare 2 nowadays, apart from the obvious like hackers, of which there are many, the people who still play on there are very skilled. So any advantage you can get is going to help there. This level can be pretty darn difficult. Those of you who played Spec Ops might recall the bomb disarming mission takes place in 14. I guess it's nice of them to put it in the scope. You're probably good at those though. I've always felt like most of the time ACOG scopes have a little too much zoom. Like Rainbow Six Siege was like really the first game where I started using ACOG scopes a lot. Battlefield feels like you're looking at the moon at something every time, so I always end up using it. Yeah, the 25-round magazine is not helping the UMP-45 that much. For what it's worth, this is like, in real life, absolutely not in a long-range gun like this. The 45 caliber would not be good in any phases here. probably is, but it's like a you can actually take the machine gun around. It's kind of technically it's one of the most proficient vehicles for the military on the sheet. You get a lot done with them. Like, there's so many different variants. Like, for instance, a Toyota Hilux is probably like 30 or 40 different variants of it. Just because you can mount pretty much anything to the back of it. From like a man-pad system to like an actual anti-aircraft gun platform to anti-tank weaponry to just a coat. Not a coat, a machine gun. Ranger is not really going to be the choice, I don't think, for this particular engagement. Oh, hey, there's the M249 saw. Oh, the symbol for it, but it is a 50 caliber. Yeah, it's pretty goofy looking, honestly. But at least it's modeled. I like when they do that. Rather than making it unusable. Makes the game feel a little more into the world rather than what you would be. Anytime you see cover like that, take advantage of it. That brings up a pretty good question for today's episode. What is everyone's favorite map from the multiplayer? Now, this is, I think, one of the areas the game shines the brightest. I really like almost everything. High Rise is an absolute classic. You've got Favela, which is akin to what we're doing now. You've got Terminal. Underpass is a little less liked, but I liked how open it was. Some of the Arctic convoy levels. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's been so long since I've been on it. D-Rail.
Target acquired!
As far as I'm concerned, I think my favorite was probably Afghan. I just love all the different, like, random places you could get into. Like, jumping on the plane and whatnot. Like, the side of the map was really cool there. I like how they did that. Oh. He was killed by a machine. Right under your mind, actually. And that's a nice touch about the AK-47 is it has the GP25 instead of the M203. Car. Looks like a Citroen. Shitbox. Also, what a name, Roach. Not doing any favors there. Although they did lean more into the Dude Weed Lamau segment of the community at this time, with all the different pop planet levels and avatars that they have. This was when weed was still like really illegal too. Like you get thrown in prison for a pretty long time because it's considered a schedule. Just out. It's the same level. It's like, which is just come on. To say that marijuana and meth are akin is just about the silliest thing. So if you're curious where I stand on that, that's big damage. Although I doubt that roaches weapons. If you have a joint, it's like smoked almost all the way. It's called it's probably just a reference to how hard it is to kill. It's a cockroach, which is definitely worse in my mind to be referred to as a cockroach. Probably not, to say the least. You gotta be fighting, be careful fighting through all these cars. You never know how bad you have to fight. That one. Oh, shot in the back. Yeah, that's urban environments for you. You get a lot of getting shot in the back. Oh, here we go. Call of Duty checkpoints. That is done. You should check really all-time classic. And it's always arbitrary whether or not you actually get a checkpoint. I think one thing I've noticed through a lot of these shooters from this era is the way they handle checkpoints is tied to like if you tried to sneak or not. Because if you could go to the left, there's just no reason. There's a bunch of enemies, so it really just pointless. Oh, okay. Sometimes it's tied to the amount of enemies you've killed, like in a certain area geographically. Probably one of the top of the stairs there. You should almost just always assume there's another one. It's the best way to go about it. It's like, there's a magic for any of you that packaging has on it some flavored substance. Essentially, I'm not quoting, this is more of a paraphrase, that those who are always paranoid often turn out to be them. If I think of it properly, I'll say, disregard what I said. I might like oh yeah, those who are always paranoid are seldom disappointed when betrayal strikes. Something like that. I think that's closer to what it was. This is one of these parts. As a kid, I would get stuck here quite a bit. It's pretty doable. Just random snipers. Okay. A grenadier? I wonder, does it share grenade launcher? I think it does. So you're not getting 10 shots from it. This is a nice setup for a pouch. I mean, apart from the fact that the M1 carbine is a carbine and has a shorter barrel, so it's not that great longer range. Thankfully, we're not on a timer. One of the levels later on is on a soft time. Well, not soft, but just a time. They can be a little tough, although I haven't failed it in quite some time, so. You get stuck on particular sections. Make sure you're methodical here. Any enemies you leave behind are going to shoot you in the back, so make your life quite a bit more difficult. Shrug. And then don't stand in the way of the grenade. Really, you can. It's just a shrug. Sometimes you can't. Don't worry about the ghost. He's another NPC. Really worry about it. I picked up some more. Now, what's funny is the difference kind of between games where you can't kill NPCs, how they handle it. So, like, Arbiter, he can get knocked down and he'll drop a weapon and he won't die. Whereas, like, in this, you can just shoot them over and over again. It'll probably eventually fail you for trying to team kill, but they won't go down. And there's the mercenaries, but those fail stages. Which just sucks, because that happens quite a bit. They score by someone in mercenaries. I mean, the flashbangs certainly are helpful in this section. If you feel like you need to use them, certainly would probably benefit us. Oh, thanks. Our ally actually did something. The Kimbo is pretty cool in this game. And I actually really respect them for going with that term over dual wield. It's like the only game that I hear that term from. Probably because they wanted to separate themselves out from Halo and its dual wielding. To make it be like, no, we're not the same. It's called a Kimbo, actually.
I see more militia closing in on the market.
Pick up the pace, let's go!
It's too long. We will not survive this landing.
We'll be doing a secondary LCAT instead. Go!
Oh man, that's a funny one. Yeah, and the rest of the English-speaking world, I'm pretty sure there's no exceptions. Everyone calls it Z for the letter Z. When in the United States we call it Z. Either way, it's not exactly like. Well, no, Z is definitely like makes way more sense than Z. Because where in the fuck in Z is there a D sound? You might be asking someone, where's the D sound? At least E is like, you know, other letters kind of. Oh, I just flubber landed. Didn't care. Oh, that's funny. Honestly, I've never deserved to miss a jump more than right there, in my opinion.
Roach! Wake up! Roach, we can see them from the chopper. They're coming for you, dozens of
Yeah,
them.
you definitely want to start.
There's too many of them. Get the hell out of there and find your way to the rooftops. Move! Run for it! Get to the rooftops!
This reminds me of the beginning section of Far Cry 3, where you're trying to run away from all of the soldiers in that. That section. Doing like some parkour is pretty cool. I wonder, like, Mirror's Edge wasn't exactly remembered most fondly when it came out, but I think it's one of those games that is held up in the minds of people more so than it did with me. Yeah, don't miss that. And then make sure you actually jump, or else you're not going to get. And there we go, we've done it.
Get us out of here! Where to, my friend? Just get us to the sub.
Alright, on our way to the sub-chub. We've defeated level 7. Awesome.